What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited that you guys are joining me on this journey to 40. I just want to talk to you a little bit today about the moment that travel changed my life. And that moment was the 2008 Summer Olympics in Beijing. And I talked a little bit about it in the previous video about the selection process and being able to apply and get there. But actually being there was incredible. And I think it's important to share on the brink of the 2028 Olympics coming to LA. So I know many of you guys are looking at going, and just want to give a couple tips and tricks and things and just share my experience. So 2008 was a long time ago, but it was so incredible. So as an intern, your job is really to do all the gopher work. You know, I was stuffing gift packages and delivering them to the rooms, but the cool thing about it is your job would literally be like, take the former NFL commissioner to see Michael Phelps. And you're right this way, sir. Right? So you're taking them and ushering them, making sure that all the guests have a good time. But you also get the opportunity to enjoy Michael Phelps. I got to see 5 of his 8 wins. I saw Serena Williams. I got to meet Kobe Bryant, Evander Holyfield. They knew I was a basketball player, so I was able to go to the men and women's basketball finals. And then you're seeing sports that you wouldn't normally get to see, like table tennis, rhythmic gymnastics, diving. Like, it was an amazing experience, and I recommend it to anybody. Once again, I told you guys a little bit, alluded to in the previous video, about how Beijing changed my life just by the difference of the architecture, the language, the culture. It's just completely different than anything I had ever seen, and I loved it so much. I wanted to see more of the world. And so part of the internship, half of it was taking guests to the events. So we got there early to understand how to navigate the campus, right? So the athletes stay in one part of the campus, and then there are venues, right, for the swimming venue or the track venue. You have to know all of the venues and understand how to navigate them and get people to their seats correctly. And so that was our job. And it was such a fun time because you still also get to partake in the festivities. And so I think that interns for NBC Universal actually had the better end of the stick because they pay for 4 waves of guests to come. So each week of the Olympics, because the Olympics is 1 month, each week they have a wave of guests that comes in. But if you really want to see track, and track is in week 4, but you were selected to come in week 1 or 2, you're only going to be able to see what's happening during the week that you're there. Versus the interns, we were there for the entire month. We got to come early and prepare. We got to see the opening ceremonies. We were there for the entire 4 weeks, so we could see all of the different athletic events that we wanted to partake in. And then we got to see the closing ceremonies as well. And the show in Beijing was impeccable. They had thousands and thousands of volunteers and workers that were on the field. If you go back and you watch the opening ceremonies and the closing ceremonies from the 2008 Olympics, it was incredible, the show that they put on. And then that was probably, I would have to say, that is the best fireworks show I've ever seen in my life, because we were outside of the venue. So we saw the closing ceremonies, and then at the end of it, we had to go outside to make sure we could corral the guests and get everybody back to their seat, back to their homes safely and everything. So we're standing outside, and all we see is fireworks come off of the venue, the bird's eye nest, and then they're going across the entire sky. So the entire sky was lit up. I mean, there was probably fireworks in 8 to 9 different places. It was impeccable. All I could do was look up and cry because it was so amazing. So I hope that you guys get an opportunity to go to the 2028 Olympics in LA. I'm going to try to go as well. I know there's a lottery for it right now, but it was just such an amazing time. So that was one half, was taking guests to the athletic events. The other part was going to different places and partaking in cultural activities. So one of the days, instead of doing athletic events, you might take somebody to a calligraphy class or to a tea ceremony, or we got to do like samurai classes where we're learning different techniques, Tai Chi and like movement and body movements and exercise. it was amazing. I get to go to the Forbidden City a couple times and to the Great Wall of China a couple times. So some days were like tourism days and you're taking people to explore around the city, and then other days were athletic event days and you get to go and partake in some of the festivities. So it was really an incredible experience. It really opened my eyes up to a new world and really made me want to see more of the world and see and like learn other cultures. And I got to learn the Beijing Ni song, which means Beijing welcomes you. And there was a group of us that were American that were there to help, but there was also a group of local Chinese interns. And so I, of course, gravitated to the locals and made friends with the local interns and got to learn some Mandarin. And one of the girls very sweetly wrote out the song Beijing Ni and the lyrics. And so I still know how to sing that song to this day. It's such a beautiful song. You should definitely check it out if you've never heard it. And so it was the food. I mean, the best dumplings you ever taste in your life are in Beijing. I'm not the biggest fan of duck. It's a little bit greasy for me, but they do have some good duck in Beijing. And it was just amazing. I recommend an Olympic experience for everyone if you haven't done it. I think it's going to be very accessible to a lot of us for 2028. So make sure you add it to your list. Even if you just go to one event or just have that experience, it's really, really a cool time. So that is the moment that travel changed for me forever. It made me just want to see more, want to venture out, want to learn more about different cultures and their languages and their faiths and their practices and their foods. And I haven't stopped yet. Don't really plan on stopping anytime soon. So thank you, Beijing. Thank you, NBC Universal. Thank you, 2008 Summer Olympics. So that's my little spiel for today. I hope that you guys are enjoying this journey to 40 with me. And I hope that you will subscribe, share, like, comment, and engage as we continue to go on this journey together. Much, much love, and I'll holler at you guys soon.